Hey, this is Tim Wilkerson, driver of the Levi Ranch Shop Nitro Funny Car. You listen to Nitro Notes.
Welcome to the NHRA Summer National Starting Line edition of Nitro Notes, presented by the Performance Racing Network. I'm Brandon Mudd. Bob Wilber grew up in professional sports, but for him, it was courtesy of his father, pro baseball player Del Wilber. Bob would use the lessons learned from his dad in his own foray into baseball, along with a stint as a general manager for an indoor soccer team, to become one of the most respected publicists in the NHRA. Wilber has chronicled his life in the just-released book, Bats, Balls, and Burnouts, available now at Amazon.com. Bob began his writing career with his mother on a piece about his dad, but it was the daily diary of the 2001 season that convinced him he should one day write his memoirs.
We had a crew member, a real southern boy from South Carolina named Shannon Plumley. He read it. A couple days later, he brought it back up into the lounge of the transporter. He set it down. He said, "Bob, what you got here is a book." Well, yeah, it kind of is. 2001 was when I know, someday I am going to do this. Someday I'm going to write it all down, starting when I'm 3 years old and aware of life around me right up until the day I quit typing. I'm kind of glad I waited. It was 20 years in the PR biz. I was tired of the travel, and I wanted to do it. Just like you can't pick your parents, I was very fortunate to marry the right person. She had my back on it. She told me to go for it. Here we are. We have a book.
The book has a running theme, one appropriate to drag racing, but Bob didn't find it until he was well into the process. Ever moving forward was the driving force behind Wilber's successes.
The central theme of the book, I spotted it as I was writing it, was this mentality that I've always had of plowing forward. Don't stop and overanalyze. Don't think it to death. If you overthink things, you get paralysis, right? It's paralysis by analysis. All through my life, whatever I was doing as a kid, in high school, college, professional life, when I saw something that my gut said, that looks good, try that, I just went and did it. Some of those were failures, but you learn probably more from the failures than you do from the successes. Those are lessons.
And finally, Wilber still maintains a close relationship with Chuck Worsham and Del Worsham, who have returned to their roots this season by fielding their own funny car entry. The Worsham's treatment of Wilber in the early days of their partnership let him know he was in the right place.
Del and Chuck said to me, "You handled it. We trust you. We're going to make the car go fast, try to get to all the races, try to win. But here's this little sponsorship we have with Checker, Shucks, and Cragen. It's your job to make it bigger and make it last. Do whatever you want. We trust your PR because we don't know anything about it. So just do it." And having that confidence shown changed my life, changed my career. You're used to hearing no a lot. You're used to having people over your shoulder a lot, and criticism left and right. Everybody's a critic. But to have them do that was just the first sign that this was a special situation with special people.
Give your dad the gift of Nitro with tickets to the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals at Bristol Dragway next weekend. For ticket information, head to bristoldragway.com.